Yo, 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 what's going on? X, YouTube, wherever you're following us, Facebook. Welcome to the Big C Show and the Rock and Knowles podcast. We have here Jeremy. Jeremy, thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you for making this happen with your crazy busy schedule.
Oh man, it's crazy because
Yeah,
I actually have a day job during the week, so sometimes it's hard to even hop
right.
on or do anything.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's talk a little bit of college football. Week one is right around the corner, right?
Under 50 days, 40 days and change. And we were
Wow.
just talking before we went on air about the week one matchups. There's about 4 or 5 playoff type matchups,
Right?
which is awesome. And I learned before you came on my show that time that you're a big football junkie like me. So
I love football. Like
it's
whether
awesome.
it's college, high school, any type of football, you can.
I'm trying to put up the schedule. I have it here to present. I don't know if you see it or not.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and this is the matchups. It's not in order of time of the game played. They just kind of listed them. I have that as well if anybody needs that. But I figured we'd Incision and I figured we'd just get into the marquee matchups, the matchups that everyone's going to be talking about that week, not the cupcake matchups.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to pull it up here, we can
Yeah,
kind of go
it's
through
not
it.
letting me. I have it set to present.
Oh, let me add it.
There it
There we
is.
go. I have to do it.
Perfect. There we go. Well done.
There we
Well
go.
done. Okay, Nebraska, Cincinnati. It'll be a good game.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. Georgia Tech, Colorado is interesting, and give your
That's
two
gonna
cents.
be,
That's a good
especially
game.
because Colorado has lost Travis Hunter, Shadir Sanders,
Yes,
Shiloh. So we'll see what Deion Sanders can do there without his kids in the lineup, right?
yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'm kind of curious to see how they do in the NFL. I actually have a lot of hope for Shadur Sanders. I
Do you?
think he's actually going to be really good. Um,
I'll take that bet.
I like his poise. I know off the field people question what he does,
Yeah.
or you know, but Sanders was like that too in the NFL, right? So
Different.
yeah, and
Also
obviously
different
different
time.
players.
Well, a cocky player, yes. Dion was also a star in college. He wasn't handed anything like his sons were. Um, I
That's
don't
true.
begrudge them for that, but some of the stories I heard about him in the pre-draft stuff didn't surprise me. But I don't think he's gonna be a great NFL player. But we'll
Oh,
see.
okay.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. We'll
We'll see.
see.
And Cleveland, how
Um,
many quarterbacks have failed there? So
I mean, out of all the franchises he could have gone,
right,
it had to be Cleveland. But at the same time, he did get drafted, so
yeah,
he it's crazy because he was projected to be number one
he
overall
never was
before that.
going. He was never going that high. Dion tinkered with the.
Right.
Dion has a ton of people don't remember. Dion Sanders has a ton of media connections
He
from
does. He does.
his days at CBS Sports and ESPN and all these places. So he's got people working for him. That's why you saw Mel Kiper going ballistic when he didn't get drafted. It was like he was failing Dion. So I'm not a Shador guy.
Okay.
I don't think he was ever going that high or even first round. It's interesting is they took another rookie too in Cleveland in the third round.
Yeah.
They're just going to let
My
them
boy
follow.
from Oregon, he
Correct.
actually played at University of Central Florida before that.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel.
Good quarterback.
He's actually I actually like his poise better
Yes.
than Shadur.
Same here.
I think he's got a better arm, better accuracy, but I don't know. First, I got to watch a lot of Colorado games last year,
Mm-hmm.
so I've seen him play with the lack of talent he had on the offensive line.
That's true.
Go
They
look at
did
his
make it better.
good. Go look at his numbers. He was above average as far as the Big Ten goes, and he made a lot of plays. With what he had. I mean, everybody could say, yeah, Travis Hunter was but also Travis Hunter
And Jimmy
was
Horn.
was more defense. I thought I actually think he's a better corner than he is a wide receiver, in my opinion.
Ooh.
Now,
You know,
people,
people don't say that, but if you watch them play, man, his hip and his technique is unbelievable.
it really is,
Now, I'll
and
always despise Travis Hunter for what he did to us, but I don't neglect his talent. I mean, it's there. You got to be careful in the NFL at his size if you're going to play him a lot both ways. If you're smart, you kind of don't,
that's true.
and maybe wait a little bit later, let him put on some size. I mean, even
He,
Dion did until he got to Dallas.
yeah, yeah, it's true. He didn't play it in San Francisco till he did get to Dallas,
Well,
and
he returned punts other than play corner, and have Travis return punts. He's dynamic there.
and the NFL is different, right? That's a grown man sport, so
True.
it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he does. He does want to play both. He says, "I don't want to put a limitation on myself," but I could see them doing some different packages in Jacksonville for him, just to get his feet wet on the offensive side.
And you're the number two pick, making number two pick money. They want to get their return on their investment on you.
Oh yeah, for sure, and anything to sell tickets too,
That
right?
too, especially in
Right,
Jacksonville. So yeah, and that
exactly.
Georgia Tech Colorado game, interesting. I think they're going to have a true freshman starting at Colorado.
Okay,
Uh,
and there's a lot
highly
of hype
rated.
on him, right? I
Yeah, a lot
don't
of
know much about him.
yeah. Nobody really does. Remember, spring football is not what it used to be these days. For
Okay,
someone, you used to learn a lot about every team after spring ball on their roster, who was going to emerge. But now with the portal, some guys leave, some guys come in after spring. A lot of coaches now really don't hold that much of a spring because the season's much longer now.
okay.
So they're going to start, I think, as the years go on, go to more of NFL model, do mini camps here and there.
I think that's a better option.
If you're going to play 15, 16 games more, I mean, 15, 16 more games. Sorry, 15 to 16 games now as opposed to the 10 or 11 before.
Yeah, especially with the playoff format now.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
And teams don't want to play spring games also because with the portal, it's like you're auditioning your players for other teams.
yeah, no, 100%.
So I get that. So Georgia Tech returns their quarterback, Haynes King. Let's tell you, Georgia Tech is a punch you in the mouth team. Their head coach, BigCeaz, offensive lineman. They play hard. I like this matchup. I think it's the Friday night. I'll check. I have that as well. I think it's a Friday night game.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
I think
That
so. Don't hold me to it. Sorry if I'm wrong.
and it is at Colorado. So,
Yeah, so that'll help Colorado.
is that a nationalized televised game?
I
National
would
televised game?
imagine, but I got it right here. Or no, I got it here. If not, it has to be. It's a marquee game.
Okay.
Um, okay, now I'm going to skip us for a little bit.
We'll get to the Knolls game.
Iowa State, Kansas State. That's actually the week zero game.
Ooh, okay.
That's a week zero game in Dublin, where Florida State lost last year. Uh, I was there for that.
Oh, you went to Ireland?
I did one of the
Oh
coolest
man,
trips I've ever been on.
how was that?
Incredible,
Oh man,
incredible.
you got to tell me about the fish and chips over there.
That was good there, but it was better in England. I stopped in England on the way there.
Nice. Okay.
That's where like the home of it is. Ireland, just the nicest people, like to have a good time, and they have embraced this game there. I don't know if you've heard about that, but they want this game to be successful.
They
Like you
love
get
their American football over there.
they do, but they have rolled. They roll. I mean, the second you get off the plane there, you got balloons and all the stuff for the game in the
Wow.
area. Everywhere you went, welcome Seminole fans, welcome Yellow Jackets. I mean, they really rolled out the red carpet. I heard like 3 years ago or something, Nebraska was there. I forgot who they were playing, Northwestern, I think. And I guess the credit card machine broke
Really?
at the
Oh man.
at the beer area, and people there, you got to have your Guinness. So they didn't want the game to get a bad reputation, so they just gave out free beer for the whole second half.
Man.
That didn't we
Ooh.
didn't get that luck, but it was incredible. The stadium was gorgeous there. If you ever have a chance to go to week zero game in Ireland for your team, like highly recommend it. I don't
Ah.
care that we lost. It was that good. It's going to be interesting that those two fan bases in Dublin.
Okay.
I mean, Iowa State and Kansas State from like the Midwest and small towns.
Yeah, especially Iowa State last year was what was their record?
I
Um
forgot. They haven't been the same since Brock Purdy left.
yeah.
Um, but they're okay. They're a competitive team. Kansas State will be. It should be a scrappy fight. I don't expect the high scoring matchup there. Um,
Kansas
so,
State did lose their offensive line coach, so
oh, good point.
so that's going to be very interesting to
Right,
see how their running game is, right?
very true.
Their offensive line coach ended up going to Dallas, who's coaching there for the Cowboys. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens
Good take there.
for their
What's
running
a good
back.
week zero game if you're just craving football? Week zero.
Yeah, and the thing
Yeah,
about college, like you don't really have to have a favorite team. I love watching
same here.
every college game. Just it's so much fun. Just if you haven't gone to a college football game, you
Oh,
have to go. They're
absolutely,
just amazing.
absolutely.
Uh,
And I was fortunate to get to travel to a bunch last year for the channel and see different stadiums, different traditions. They're all different everywhere you go. It's not like the
what
NFL where it's pretty much the same.
which was your favorite stadium?
Outside of Doak, I'm biased to Doak, even though I understand it's not the best stadium. Even though it's renovated for this year, so we'll see how that looks week one. Oh man, the Horseshoe was impressive when you
Okay,
look at it, and Texas is just a gorgeous stadium.
I heard.
It feels like an NFL stadium. It feels like Doak is a high school stadium next to that one.
Wow.
It's gorgeous. Wow, it's right and it's smack dab on the campus there. Um, but yeah, moving on. Okay, my Knowles and Caesar's Knowles too. I can say.
Okay, so do you want to go to the Knolls now?
You want to go to the Knowles, or you want to save that because we might talk a little longer on that? What do you
Yeah,
think?
we could talk a little bit after that. Well, let's kind of go to the Notre Dame Miami game.
I
I'm
like
kind of
that. Okay, that's the
just
Sunday night
because,
game.
yeah, and it's I'm kind of curious. I might even want to go to that game too. So we'll see what my schedule. Is it a Sunday game?
Sunday night game.
That's perfect. It's my day
Labor Day
off,
weekend,
so
Sunday night.
it gives
You're
me an
off
excuse
Monday.
to do something.
Yeah, yeah. Sunday night, Labor Day weekend. It's definitely a prime time matchup.
Dude, that's awesome. And I know you're gonna go to the Florida State Alabama game.
That's the plan. Yes,
So if you do get back in time, that'd be something. If you do end up going to the Notre Dame Miami game, that'd be fun to go to.
No, I agree. I agree. Yeah, the tailgating is going to be interesting there before the game because you
It's
got
gonna
two completely different fan bases.
right, and it's gonna be
Completely.
interesting to see like what happens with Miami. They lost their quarterback. They lost one of their best receivers. They lost one of their best running backs.
That's
So
a couple receivers. Yeah.
yeah, so it's I know Miami University of Miami's our rivalry. So what do you have as expectations for them?
For them,
It's,
I know a lot of people think Carson Beck is overrated and is getting paid too much. He probably is getting paid too much. I'm not going to deny that. But do I think he's a solid quarterback and can have a really good year and help that team? Yeah. And he's a 6 year guy, so he's a veteran. He's
mhm,
played in the SEC, so he's seen top defenses.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and they have talent. Like they have a solid running game. They'll have a really good defensive line, and then you can work off that. I'm sure their offensive line is better. They have a new defensive coordinator at Miami
oh yeah.
because their guy last year was a disaster. I
I
think
know
they're going to be
Jason.
more aggressive on defense this year.
I think Jason Taylor is still the defensive line
He's still the
coach
DN
there.
coach, yeah.
Yeah, so shouts out to him and his son Isaiah Taylor is coming off a shoulder injury, so he'll be playing this year. So I'm kind of excited to see him play.
I'm curious to see how his oldest does in the NFL. Mason,
Oh, Mason Taylor is such a
stud,
great kid.
stud.
Really great kid. I actually he and him and his family and I are really good friends.
Hmm.
We used to go to we used to meet each other every Sunday. So,
Hmm.
kind of a backstory here. I used to wear my cowboy jersey every Sunday to church. So
Okay.
they used to always I used to wear my Jason Witten jersey. And one day they came with an autographed picture of Jason Witten signed saying, "Hey Caesar, thanks for being a big fan.
Oh,
Your favorite player, Jason Witten." And I have it right now. I'm actually looking at it. So shouts out to Mason Taylor and his family. They've always been
yeah.
really good people to me. And Jason Taylor is one hell of a guy. Like he's a really good person when you get to meet him and nothing but great things. But I actually think Mason Taylor is going to be one hell of a tight end. So
Great in
it's
college, underrated.
so underrated. I
Started
mean,
day one as a freshman. I remember him.
freshman.
He played him Florida State played him his
Yep.
freshman and sophomore year.
Yep. And
And he can block too.
the thing that's what I was gonna say is not only is he a good pass catcher, he's one
Yeah,
of the best blocking tight ends, and that's what you need in the NFL to play
right.
all 4 downs, right, or all
Absolutely,
3 downs,
absolutely.
and he's definitely. I think he's gonna turn some heads, and congratulations to him. He
Who did
gets
he
to
get
go
drafted
back.
by again?
What's that?
Who did he get drafted by again?
He got drafted by the New York Jets, so his dad played there
Um,
for the last couple of years of his career. I mean, and you know,
and they've been good to Florida State, the Jets.
yeah,
They took Azaria Thomas this draft.
yeah, yeah, and
Azaria, sorry.
it's so good because like when he got drafted, his mom posted pictures of him wearing the Jets jersey, watching his dad on the
That's
sideline.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
it's like full circle all the way around. And for him to play for the team that his dad played for, I mean, really, really awesome. I know a lot of Dolphin fans wanted him there in Miami, and but I don't think they were going to draft him that high.
Would you
So,
expect our management to do anything smart these days?
sorry to bring that up on.
No, it's fine. I don't care. I got enough problems with Florida State. The Dolphins are on their own. Um, but yeah, great points there. LSU at Clemson, week one. Don't know if
Ooh,
you know this. Brian Kelly has not won a week one game since he's been there.
yep.
And you know that's bothering him because he brought it up the other day at SEC Media Day, or it was asked to him. He lost to us both times, and he lost to USC last year. Uh, he wants this win. It is driving him nuts. I mean, you understand, oh, yeah, you got all year. Now with the playoff system, you don't have to go undefeated. He wants to win that week one game bad at Clemson. It's
Oh
going to be a tough
yeah.
matchup at night at Clemson. I was hoping we'd get the night matchup because of Lee Corso, but screw SPN eternally. Um, but yeah, it's going to be loud there. Clemson has one of the best quarterbacks in the country. So does LSU, quietly, Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah.
Clemson has Clay K. Klubnik, who people thought was going to be a bust his first 2 years,
Okay.
and really turned it around and matured a lot, and is now one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Clemson's always that place is loud. If you get down early there,
Ooh.
it could be a problem.
Yeah, so people need to go watch your vlog here. You went to Clemson and kind of toured the stadium, right?
I did. Thank you. Good shout out there. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. No, I've been watching.
I appreciate it, man. And but yeah, I did there. FSU goes there this year too, so I'm going to try to go up for that game. I actually have some hockey in mind, believe it or not. If I go up to that
Oh,
FSU,
okay.
I'd love to go to Greensboro Gargoyles game.
That'd be good. That'd be
Business,
good.
your boy business team. Well, they should have you at this year.
I don't know if they want me there.
That's true. That's true, Mr. Panther. But I'd like to. I like to incorporate other things if I go on a trip. But that being said, I love that location. It's not the easiest to get there, but it's not the hardest either. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, of course.
Where Tallahassee, people say to me, "What do you mean by that?" Tallahassee. Okay, yes, we have an airport, but flights are a pain to get. We have no major city under 3.5, 4 hours away. Maybe Jacksonville 3. Where
That's
at least at Clemson, you don't have an airport there, but you got Greenville, South Carolina, 45 minutes away. You
yeah,
got Charlotte 2 hours. You got Atlanta 2 hours.
like the three major cities, right?
Right, absolutely. And so yeah, but LSU Clemson at night. I wasn't shocked they got the night game. I was hoping we would get it because of Corso.
Yeah,
And week one's his last game. But the fact they didn't even mention his time at Florida State when they honored him at the ESPYs the other night.
that was disappointing. And
Oh,
don't get me
like,
started on the
no,
ESPYS, bro.
I know, no, I understand. So it was many things the other night that I had
And
to.
I understand it's votes by the fans and stuff, so I get it. So it was a
And,
little
and, and
rant.
who's their cash cow? The NFL, not the NHL.
No, it's not. It's not.
That was a business decision. That wasn't a what was right decision.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course, and
yeah.
it's
I
all
love
about
what
the
you
money.
said about it, man.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's the truth. But LSU Clemson, I think it's going to be a good game, evenly matched up. Uh, that's big boy football.
And it's crazy because these week one matchups are so critical. Now
Yes.
I know there's more teams in the playoffs, so you have a better chance of making the playoffs. But still, you do not want to start 0-1, right?
No,
It's especially
you have
with
time to bounce back,
you do.
and the committee would like that you schedule this game,
Yeah.
but you don't want to lose that game.
No. Who do you
And who knows? That can screw you up for later on in the year
do you think Notre Dame, not LSU gets over the hump
with the week one.
with the week one?
I'll never ever assume someone wins at Death Valley, which is funny. Both teams play at Death Valley, and both teams are the Tigers. Um, but I mean, LSU is always going to have athletes. I mean, I know Clemson's lost some key players. Um,
I just don't have the faith with Chip Kelly. I've never liked him in Notre Dame. I
Yeah,
thought he was overrated,
yeah,
and he continues to prove me right in LSU. I
yeah.
mean,
And
you had
Dabo has his moments too. That's for sure.
You had Jaden Daniels, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC, and he couldn't like lead them to the playoffs.
He won the Heisman.
Yeah,
Shut
I'm
down by
just
Florida State week one, and we didn't make the playoffs. But hey, not like I've forgotten that.
don't bring
But
back
I
bad
think it's going to be a
memories.
good game. It's so hard to pick now in July. Maybe when the game gets closer.
Yeah, and this is just a
You'll
little
hear
preview.
stuff out of camp, and you'll hear you go online. Obviously, the practices are closed for the most part. You're not going to hear completely everything.
No,
I think Nussmeier's a good quarterback. Peyton Manning said he looked incredible at the Manning camp.
I love Nussmeier.
Good
Um,
quarterback. He's
his
waited his
dad.
time there in a day
Yeah,
where people don't wait.
and the thing is with Nussmeier, a lot of people don't know, but his dad used to be the quarterback coach for the Dallas Cowboys a few
Yeah,
years back
in
with
Florida.
Dak Prescott. So, he's got a really good football mind coming from a
Yes.
college, from a coaching background. His family, and I thought he did really good last year. I was surprised he didn't go into the draft. A lot of people thought he might have been enter the draft,
A
but
lot of
he's
quarterbacks this year.
right. There's going to be so many. You got Manning. Gosh, who else?
I mean, this past year had a ton of quarterbacks.
I think this year's
So he
going
was
to have
smart to
more,
stay. He was
right?
smart to say. I love that he paid his dues and waited there for his opportunity in a time with the portal where people want instant gratification, and they bolt. He
Yeah,
didn't, and he was there when Jaden transferred there, and he still stayed,
it's true.
which is usually the writing on the wall to leave. I give that kid credit. He's talented, and we have questions about Brian Kelly in some ways, but he knows how to coach offense. He knows how to call plays.
No, he does.
He does, and he does that well. He's going to have speed on the outside. He's going to have that's an interesting matchup. It's really I think of all the matchups other than Texas Ohio State, I think that's the most even matchup of the weekend.
I can't wait to that game.
Yeah, and that's after we play. It's going to be a night game in Death Valley. Oh man, when they get off the bus
Woo.
there and run down that hill,
That's gonna be
oh,
that's gonna be exciting.
after a whole day of their fans drinking outside, and LSU fans are some of the best tailgaters you'll ever see. I mean, yes, and some of the nicest people. Both sides, really nice people.
Right?
Um, so, I mean, I definitely have to shout them out for that. So, you want to move on to Notre Dame, Miami, or Texas, Ohio State?
Let's go Texas Ohio State. I kind of like that matchup.
You got it. It's a noon game on Saturday.
Ohio State national champions. Now, it's crazy that they still feel bitter over the loss of Michigan.
It's
And
that
I
bad.
know you were talking about it the other night,
Uh-huh.
and how I forgot who was your guest.
Jay Stevens from the Locked On Buckeyes podcast.
So he's like, I don't understand how, but honestly, rivalries sometimes are more important than the
Mhm.
biggest game of the year, right?
Absolutely.
It's and I can attest to that because coaching in high school football, our biggest rivalry was St. Thomas.
Yeah,
St. Thomas Aquinas, right?
absolutely.
Especially for a public school. We hated that school because they're a private school, so they get everybody, all the best athletes,
Oh, yeah.
all it's honestly unfair, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And every time we played them, our kids would get hyped. And I remember 2025, we lost to them by 1 point.
Hmm.
The last second drive, they intercepted the ball, but our kids we ended up winning 4 straight games and won the district and
See,
ended up going to the
you
playoffs,
bounce back,
right?
which is what these teams hope to do if they lose week one. There's a lot of football after that, even
Yep.
more than before. Um, but it can set the tone for the year.
It does. It could. It could very
So
well.
I wouldn't just write these games off. And which is cool about these games, is these teams have been preparing for these games all off season.
Oh yeah.
Only thing on their mind has been this first game.
Yep.
Now, when you play Cupcake Week 1, you can look ahead a little bit. Their workouts at these schools, I guarantee you, have been much harder. Maybe except for Florida State, we don't tend to work out that hard these days. Um, I'm just kidding.
You said it, not me.
I'm just kidding. After last year, man, you got to show me something. We'll get into that later. But when
Uh,
you know you're playing that type of team week,
as long as they're more competitive this year than last year, I'll be fine.
that's not the standard.
I don't have expectations.
I'm with you there, but that's not the standard.
It's not. Yeah.
We're not playing for that.
Yeah. So
It's like
we
the
just.
Panthers now have spoiled us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We're not looking
It's.
to be competitive. We're looking to compete for championships now.
No, you're right, and it's all about championships.
Yeah.
So,
If I mean, if they don't win it, obviously after back to back, you give them you understand. But I'm saying the run we've been on. But anyway,
you're
well,
putting the
I promise
pressure on
we'll
them
have.
now, huh?
Huh?
You're
No, I
putting the
said if
pressure.
we don't.
Yeah. Okay.
I understand after the run they've been on the last 3 years.
Okay.
It's been that special a run,
It's been incredible,
and they
and
played more hockey than how many more teams?
407 games, I believe,
Wow,
total the
in
last
3 years,
3 years. In 3 years.
that's insane. That catches up to you. But anyway, I promise we would not talk hockey. That's a great stat, though. Thank you.
It's crazy.
Okay, Texas Ohio State. That is a rematch of the college football semifinal.
I
Noon
am,
game on Fox, game day, and
dude.
through them. Should have been in Tallahassee for, of course, those last game. But game day is going to be there, and obviously Fox Noon big kickoff, big announcement today. Barstool is partnered with Big Noon
Yep.
Kickoff. Dave Portnoy is going to be on the set every week now.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun. From
That's
8 to 10
going to be
in the
fun.
morning. So it's like a breakfast thing, I guess he said.
Yeah.
So shout out, shout out to Dave Portnoy.
Shout out to Dave
Um,
Portnoy and Barstool.
Kind of throw this in there. Keep an eye out on my podcast this week, boys and ladies and gentlemen. We have RA as my special guest, so that's gonna
Can't
be
wait to hear
fun.
it.
That's gonna be fun. So if you guys like any of the Barstool guys, Spin Chicklet guys, RA was he's been MIA the last year, and he's finally come out and had a great opportunity to come on my podcast. That's gonna be a very awesome special episode. So definitely tune in, guys.
Not to put the pressure on you, but since I'm really looking forward to that, do you have an idea of when we might see that, or to be determined?
It's gonna be most likely either Monday or Wednesday.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it, man. Hey, you got a fan here. I can't wait to hear it.
Thank you.
No, my pleasure. So Texas Ohio State.
What are you excited? What matchup in this game are you excited to see?
Man, that's a great question. I mean, Jeremiah Smith on Ohio State is one of these special talents you just see once every 10,
Whew.
15 years. Fort Lauderdale's own. He's
Dude,
that special a talent.
he's such an amazing receiver.
I think he's better than any receiver that's in the NFL right now, too.
Yeah, and it's crazy
I
because
couldn't believe when I said that the other night, but I mean it.
dude, he's so good. He is so good.
He could have been okay if Tennessee had to take a quarterback last year in Cam Ward. He was going 2 or 3 in the draft this past year.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%.
I think he's like an NFL wide receiver for them. Matchups go. I'm curious to the new quarterback at Ohio State, Julian Sayin, 5-star. He transferred after Nick Saban left Bama. He was going to be a freshman there and didn't like the new coach or whatever, and went to Ohio State. He's a starter, but they lost some key players on that offense.
They did. They did.
In the running game.
Not the receivers too. What's his
They
name?
lost Ibuka.
Mbuka
But
playing
they
for
still
Tampa
got
Bay.
Tate, and they still got Tate and Smith and Brandon Ennis from Fort Lauderdale as well.
Dude, I'm telling you, Florida and Texas are the two best states to get college prospects,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah,
to
and
play
California and Georgia, I'd say after that.
California and Georgia, right?
Georgia, I'd say
So,
that, but Florida's number one.
oh,
I'll
yeah,
argue
for
with
sure.
anybody there.
For sure.
We don't produce the quarterbacks that some of these other states do.
But
Uh,
receivers, I
Running
mean,
backs,
defensive ends, defensive
corners,
tackles,
yeah,
corners. I mean,
linebackers. You name.
I coach high school football.
Yeah, you
I
see the
coached
talent.
I coached against our Mongo. His name was Mongo.
Mondo Blunt,
Right?
he's at
He played
Miami. Yeah.
he played for the University of Miami. He got drafted by the Oakland Raiders. He
Oh, okay.
played for the San Francisco 49ers, and he also played with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
So it just goes to show you, he was such a special kid coming out. I
Right.
remember coaching him, and one of our right guards ended up getting hurt, and we literally poached him from as a freshman. We're like, nope, you're coming with us. So he was literally like 6'2", 250 pounds. So we're like, no, you're coming with us, man. So he ended up playing as a freshman too for high school. Um,
Nice, man.
so yeah, that was one of my all time moments that I enjoyed is coaching him, and it was
It's
definitely
so
fun.
cool when you see them move on.
Oh, 100%, and not only just move on, but be successful and do
Yeah,
things in the community. That's from the most part for me.
absolutely, man. Well said. So that matchup, insane. Panhandle Randall in the house.
Fear the spear. Let's go, Knowles.
Oh, I like it. New year, new year. I'm not going to keep harping on last year as much as I still do it. But yeah, as far as the Texas Ohio State game, I want to see Arch Manning. He's going to be
Oh,
starting in a
I
tough
can't wait to see
environment.
him. I can't wait to see him.
I think it's better for Texas. It's an in game.
Right?
I told that to the Ohio State guy, and he said, "Man, you're like one of the only ones who've said that." Um, obviously, it's still going to be loud and crazy, but a noon game's a little easier for the road team
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's not as crazy at noon or 11 there. I forgot what time it is. Than it is at night under the lights. That being said, it's still going to be a crazy game. Texas has some dudes on both sides of the ball as far as on the line.
Man, Texas the last couple of years has produced a lot of good talent.
Yes.
Um, Dallas drafted Blue, the running back, because they've had a couple of running backs these last couple of years.
Yeah.
Who was it? B. John Robinson? Didn't he come
Yeah.
from
Top
Texas?
10
Right.
pick. Yeah.
Um,
Good.
so Robinson last year, not Robinson, Blue, he actually led the playoffs with receiving touchdowns.
You know, he was
So
like their four string running back.
I know
Their first
that's
three got
insane.
hurt.
How crazy! And the
See,
guy was good.
yeah, he was their. I'm at the Texas Clemson game last year. I'm like, this guy's
Oh,
good. They're like, yeah, he's our fourth back.
I was
The
like,
other three
oh
got
my
hurt.
gosh.
Yeah, I was like, what a problem to have. Like,
Right? But
so yeah,
can
that was a crazy semifinal game.
Florida State could have used some of their backups.
Oh my god. Yeah, or just actual offensive line that could actually like move
Oh my
somebody.
god, that's been a
Um,
problem for Florida State for so
it
long.
has been. It's embarrassing. We'll get into that obviously when that game
Hmm.
comes. But Texas Ohio State, I think it's the two best teams playing each other this week. And I think it can end up being a 1 versus 3 matchup, maybe a 2-4. It's going to be a top 5 matchup, which you don't get
100%.
every Labor Day. That's for sure.
No, and the fact that it's on Labor Day weekend, it's it's gonna be even more fun,
When you get up in the morning Saturday game day and boom, this game.
dude. That weekend is gonna be crazy for
Yes,
football in general, right?
absolutely.
And you that's when like training camp will start ending for the NFL.
Hmm.
So
They're
everybody,
usually a lot of those players are usually at the week 1 games
yeah,
because they have
yeah,
that week break before week 1.
yep. So that's gonna be fun to watch. What expectations do you have for Manning?
I, the little bit I saw last year, he's good. From what I hear, he's a gym rat. He's a team guy. He doesn't seem to have that I'm a Manning ego. Well, let me rephrase that because Peyton and Eli are down there dudes too. I think he's talented. We're gonna see if how much of his talent is because remember he's been a god there since he got there.
Yeah,
I
hundred
mean, he
percent.
came in for like a couple plays of the game I was at, just to do like a run or
Dude,
something, and the place he
the
roughed
fact his speed is
sneaky,
he
sneaky fast.
he's really fast,
Yeah.
and a lot of people kind of reminds he's got that speed like Daniel Jones does,
Hmm.
right? Not as elusive, but downhill speed, like 4.44, 4.5 speed. I mean, for a quarterback like him, that goes to show you how athletic he is.
No, I agree. I think he's talented. He's going to have guys to throw to. He's going to have. I mean, they got some receivers there. I mean, they have all the tools in Texas to make a
They
run.
do,
I mean, if they had beat Ohio State in that game last year, they'd win the national title. I think. Thanks.
yeah,
I mean, as good as Notre Dame played, I don't know if they would have matched up well with Texas. Um,
that's true.
so that at that game, I mean, it's really hard. I mean, Jeremiah Smith could be that X factor. Obviously, they're going to gear up to stop him, but I haven't seen a team really stop him yet, other than Michigan. And it really wasn't Michigan; it was Ohio State stopping themselves against Michigan last year
What do
when
you
they let him.
see? Like, because I know Ohio State, they lost a lot on the offensive side. How are they defensively?
Defensively, lost guys too. They lost Jack Sawyer, a couple of D linemen, but they're loaded.
They're always loaded.
They're always loaded. They're one of those teams you just next man up. That's why if Jeremiah Smith is double, triple teamed, well, then you're going to leave Ennis and you're going to leave Carnell Tate and whatever freshman stud they have. I mean, the job Brian Hartline's done there.
Right? Oh my
So yeah,
gosh.
I think it's interesting. And Texas is recruited at a high level too. I mean, these are two of the best recruiting teams. Two people forget really well coached between
Yeah,
Sark and Ryan Day.
yeah. And I know what's his name? Sark was being a potential NFL coach eventually. So,
Hmm.
there's NFL teams that are actually looking to get him, but I don't think he wants to leave the college programs yet.
No, I don't think so. Like, while you're at Texas, some of these coaches are leaving because of NIL. They don't want to deal with it. But Texas is not a problem.
They don't have that issue.
They don't have that issue. It's whatever you need, whatever you want, you get. So he's in a different situation there. That's why I laughed when people thought he would potentially leave to go replace Saban at Bama.
Jeez.
He
uh,
has even more at Texas, resource
he
wise.
does. He does. He
So
does.
yeah, that's why I
And
laughed at that.
and they're so close. I feel like they're so close.
Yeah,
They have a chance to even possibly be in the national
yeah, he's
championship.
built a great culture there. Um, yeah, I think that game. I mean, I saw that in the schedule. I said, "Wow, I like it."
Could you see them maybe a potential national championship game?
Yeah,
Ohio State, Texas.
absolutely. It was semifinals last year.
Yeah,
And if Texas is preseason one, Ohio State's pre. I mean, they got. I mean, Ohio State's schedule. We went through it, like me and that guy the other night. They have like a little trick here and there, but other than that, if they get by Texas,
you don't really see their schedule that.
no, I mean they got Penn State at home, which helps them.
Mhm.
At Washington's like a weird game, but other than that, like Camp Randall, they go to Camp Randall, but I think
And
they
the Michigan State could always go either way, right?
Michigan State, and then Michigan they're on the road for.
Yeah,
That's the big one at the end. Their schedule sets up well. Texas has a tough schedule. They're in the SEC now. You know,
that's crazy. I can't even um thinking of Texas in the SEC. That I'm so
I know,
used to them being in the Big 12.
I know. It was smart for them to go there, but them in
Really?
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. Texas goes to Florida this year. I think they go to Ole Miss too. They have some tough games. Um, but the SEC is always going to get the benefit of doubt when it comes
Yeah.
to a committee. We know that. So you want to talk Notre Dame, Miami?
Talk Notre Dame, Miami. That's going to be another good matchup. Miami's lost a lot of pieces on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
Um, but you were talking about how their quarterback, 6-year veteran here,
Mhm.
guy that's already been in the league or in college for
Right.
quite a while now. You actually think he's going to be pretty good?
Yeah. I mean, Carson Beck is a proven quarterback. We'll see. They have talent there. There's always a game or two where Mario Cristobal makes a decision that you go like, "Wow."
It's like, what is going
And
on?
as a
Trust me,
Knoll, I look forward to it every week and hope for it every
trust
week.
me. All Miami fans here know exactly like
Oh
what
yeah,
you're
took a
talking
knee.
about. Yeah,
But that being said, they do have talent. They got speed. They got some unproven receivers, but doesn't mean they're not talented. Um, and Miami and their running game is going to be good with Mark Fletcher and Jordan Lyle.
yeah,
That'll give Notre Dame some problem. Notre Dame lost some key players too from last year. Their starting quarterback, who was like the heart and soul of that team. They
yeah.
have a stud running back, Notre Dame. But
Do
if
they?
their starting quarterback, who's a young guy, I think he's a young guy, but regardless, they can key in on the running back if the quarterback struggles.
Now you were talking about earlier too how Kelly hasn't won the opening week. Is that going to be too much on his mind? Is that going to like? You think that'll affect him calling the game?
No, no, he's a pro. He's been doing this a long time. Two of the three losses were like last second type stuff. I mean, Florida State game, honestly, was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago now? They should have
Has it been
won that
3
game.
years ago? Yeah, I think
3 years ago. The one in New Orleans.
that
They
was
should have won.
Mason
If they
Taylor's
go for two,
first game. I
right.
remember.
If they go for two, they win that game.
Yeah,
They had the momentum. They had everything. Yeah, we blew them out the year after, and then last year USC came down to the wire. So it's not like they're getting blown out. But you know what? These things happen when you schedule tough games week one. I have more respect for losing a close game against a solid team than blowing out a Division One AA team.
yeah,
Now I like those games a little bit more now because of all the losses Florida State had in week one. Because like you can figure things out week one, see
that's
what
true.
works, see what doesn't work. You can do that now in week 2 or 3 with some of these matchups. No, I don't think so. He's a pro. He's paid a lot of money to coach, and he said we're putting in every effort to win this game. But Brian is the type of guy that will say what's on his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll punch a table if he has to. So,
He's I've never really liked Chip Kelly. I think he's overrated. He's had talent for the last
talk about Chip or Brian?
Chip or no, Brian Kelly, Brian
Brian,
Kelly.
okay.
Brian Kelly. Yeah, yeah. So I mean he's had talent his whole coaching career, so and he
Yeah.
still hasn't been able to get
He
to
made Notre Dame relevant again when they weren't.
he
And it's
did.
tougher to recruit there than LSU or these other schools. That's why he left. He doesn't have to deal with the academic standards. He does, and it's easier to recruit in Louisiana. All the top players are kind of raised to go there. It's kind of rare if a kid leaves the state.
Okay.
So he's got quite the backyard there. Where Notre Dame's harder to recruit. It made sense that he left because he just saw getting rolled by Clemson a couple times, and he was like,
Hmm.
"I think this is my ceiling." So, but I think that's going to be a good game, that LSU Clemson game. I think it's so evenly matched.
It is.
Um,
It's
so that's what I'm saying. Texas Ohio State is too. Notre Dame Miami. I love Marcus Freeman, their coach. He knows how to get his team ready for a game. That's a tough environment for your week one game with a lot of new players. Jeremiah Love, their running back's a stud.
oh,
Uh,
talk about him.
stud. Great player. Had a heck of a year last year. But if the passing game isn't there and the new quarterback struggles, well, then they can just load the box and stop him.
Mm. And
That's why their quarterback is going to be so important week one, even if he just holds his own. And they got to try to wear down that Miami defense.
yeah, yep. And I think Miami's defense was actually decent last year, so
Not
they
in the secondary.
not no. The D line was pretty good.
The line was good, linebackers, but the secondary got torched.
Yeah.
So they put a lot of resources into the secondary. From what I heard, they were a little worried about the defensive tackle position there, but I'm sure they got big guys who can hold their own.
And in college, I don't think defensive tackle position is really that
I
important.
I think so.
You think so?
I think it can change a game.
Okay. Okay.
The interior, yeah, even more in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah. That's for
But
sure.
I think so. But if you have stud defensive ends, you just have to have pretty good guys in the middle who can hold their own.
Okay.
But I think a stud defensive tackle, they don't grow on trees either.
No, they don't. But I just think with the way the game is run now, with the spread, the
That's
options,
true.
you don't really feel like the defensive tackle is going to change the game.
In that game, it's huge because Notre Dame loves to
They're
really.
more of a running.
They love to run, and
They have more of a pro style offense.
they do, which it'll be interesting to see. I'm a Marcus Freeman fan.
Oh, I do too. I think he's
I think
great.
he's great. But that's gonna be if he can get them ready week one after the way their year ended last year. That's impressive.
That's one
He built that
guy.
culture there too.
Yeah. No, he's done an unbelievable job after Kelly left, right?
Yeah, he
So,
got put in a tough situation there.
dude, and for him to be in the national championship last year,
They beat Georgia and Penn State to get there.
just amazing,
Games are
amazing.
underdogs in.
Yeah,
Obviously, Indiana they were supposed to beat and did, but those two games after they were underdogs. I
yeah.
didn't pick them to win those games.
And they were close against Ohio
They were
State.
blown out. They were getting blown out early, and they made it a game later, and then Ohio State pulled away.
Yep.
But a Marcus Freeman team, one thing about them is they're never going to quit.
Yeah. And I
Which
love the way he coaches. Like
yeah, me too.
his energy.
He knows defense,
He's
man.
one guy I see going to the NFL
He,
eventually.
he is a defensive mind. It's unbelievable, his mind. I saw it when we played him when he was defense coordinator at Notre Dame at Florida State. Man, he gave
Yeah.
Norvell fits. But that's a good game too, man. Sunday night game after a crazy day of Saturday, and then you that comes up. Um,
Yeah.
so I used to hate some of those Sunday Monday game. I used to hate the Labor Day Monday game, especially if you played the Saturday after.
Oh
But a
yeah.
Sunday game I like too. Now they're realizing, man, people don't want a marquee game on Monday night, which is finally ESPN.
Yeah, because a lot of people like to like celebrate Labor Day, right?
Yeah,
Like,
or have a game, but you don't need to have Notre Dame Miami Labor Day or us and Bama Labor Day.
yeah,
I understand when you have that one slot and you hope people are watching, but also people are getting up for work the next day. A lot of them.
yeah.
That's why I focus more on a Sunday night when the
That's why I
next
never
day.
understood like with the NFL being having the Super Bowl on a Sunday, like why not make Monday a holiday?
Thank you, thank you.
Like
It's
seriously,
like National Call-in Sick Day the next day. Like,
right? I mean, look at it. All these other European countries with soccer,
yeah,
like the people don't even go to work the next day. They
have it
just
make it
sit
a
in their
holiday. Come on,
right.
yeah, we can all come together on that. I agree. Just like how NCAA tournament the Monday after you beat National Copy Machine Day.
There we go.
But okay, now I'm not saying this is the most marquee game of the weekend, but I'm a Nole. You're a big Nole fan,
I'm a
so
Knowles fan.
Florida State, after our amazing year last year, hosting Alabama. Fun fact going into the game: this is Alabama's first true road game, Week 1,
Ooh,
since on the road.
it's
Now,
gonna
I'm not
be
talking about like a neutral site game at Atlanta or Dallas or wherever. Road game where they are the actual road team on somebody else's field since 2000.
wow. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Not surprised.
Jeez, 15 years.
Saban did it well there. Um, but Florida State, so many. I mean, we talk about other teams' unknowns. Every game we went through, we were able to give an idea on a team.
Yeah,
This here, that here, this here. Florida State is the most. They got to be the hardest team to try to forecast this year. And as a Knoll fan, I guess I kind of like it because we were so bad last year. You just don't want to hear, yeah, you guys are going to suck again. Um,
we could only
but
go we can only go up from here.
you know,
So
I thought that one time before, and I've been wrong before, so I'm done saying that. But you're not wrong. But I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, about 28, 30 new players,
okay.
totally new systems on both sides of the ball. A quarterback who just
Usually, when you have new coaching staff, new system, week one tends to be a little bit hairy and messy, right?
you're right.
Mistakes here and there,
Mhm.
mental errors. So I
Radio
wouldn't be
signals.
surprised. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if Florida State loses week one, but then catches fuel in the next couple of weeks and ends up improving as the year goes along.
I mean, let's say we somehow sneak by Bama, and that sounds like
Oof.
a mountain. But you got two cupcakes after that, and then you got Virginia on the road on a Friday night. That's
That's
one
gonna
of
be a
those
key matchup.
weird, tricky games that you're like, ugh. Um, if we lose a somewhat of a close game to Bama, and I promised everybody I'm not taking moral victories this year. Year 6 head coach making 10 million a year. I'm not here for moral victories. But that being said, if it let's say we're competitive and we just they're the better team, Bama, but we can win 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later in Charlottesville, that'll show me we're in the right direction.
Okay.
New quarterback who ran his mouth off a few weeks ago, Tommy Castellanos, the Boston College transfer. And on the YouTube show the other day said, "Yeah, I just did that to install confidence in the team because heck, they were 2-10 last year." um,
I
We'll
like
see.
that. I like that. Hey, I always say, might as well be confident in your team. So
Yeah, but you don't give the other team ammunition.
no, no, of course not. So
Yeah, like Biz gave the Panthers ammunition. So thank you, Biz. Um, that's why I'll always be grateful for you rallying the team there. But that being said, they like our secondary. I'm a little not sure about in some ways, and they got Ryan Williams, a
okay,
wide receiver, true freshman last year. The kid's a stud.
yeah,
They
and
might not have the Bama tip running backs that we're used to,
okay.
but they still are big and can run. And it's a big year for Kalen DeBoer too.
I was gonna say Florida State's known for their running backs. You know, especially coming out. You had Dalvin Cook, right?
Hmm.
Ended up Florida State Seminole.
Yeah,
So I think that's one thing that Florida State needs to get back to is having their run game more effective.
yeah. I mean, that's Gus Malzahn's bread and butter. He loves to run the ball downhill and
Good.
run the ball. That's why we're getting a few receiver recruits, but they need to see that the receivers actually get the ball in this offense.
Okay.
And he's good. I mean, Tommy Castellanos is his type of quarterback, like he had at Auburn with Nick Marshall. Tommy played for Gus for 1 year at UCF before he transferred to Boston College.
Okay.
Um, I don't dislike Castellanos. I just think you ran your mouth and you're playing Bama week one. Do you need to get a team that's already a 2 touchdown favorite mad at you? Um, but if it works, I'll love him for it.
The good thing it is played at Florida State.
It
So
is played at Florida State. I wish it was a night game. I think 3:30 helps them a little bit.
okay.
Um, but that being said, yeah, it's going to be at home. Listen, our coach is coaching like his job is on the line. He's had that mentality all off season, which is not a bad thing. We got a little above our britches last year. Um, I just don't know enough about us to say, yeah, because this was the first time Norvell shut down media access in the spring.
Wow, that was huge. You were talking about that the other night, right?
Hmm. I was, yeah,
So
and I like
a,
it. I love it.
a lot of these teams have been doing that for the last couple of years.
Oh
So
yeah,
and now all of a sudden they're doing it. So that's good to see.
I like it. And well, I knew with Gus coming, he was never gonna come if that was allowed.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, listen, Malzahn, would I want him to be my head coach? No. But do I mind him running our offense and calling plays alone only? And yes, that's fine.
Okay.
He's an offensive guy. He knows how to call offense. He's had success against Bama in the past.
Yeah.
And that was when Nick Saban was there, not Kalen DeBoer.
No.
Um, but it's hard to see right now a path to victory. But what do you think about that game? You're usually the voice of reason between us.
I don't know much about Florida State. I haven't been keeping up
Mhm.
to what they've been doing. So you're kind of like my eyes this year. So
That's what I'm here for.
the so I'll be interested to see what happens week one. I'm not gonna say if we lose week one that the season's over.
And if you win week one, the season is not a foregone conclusion either.
No. So I mean, there's gonna be some growing pains, especially with
Yeah.
new systems, new coaching staff, new players. So it's I don't think it'll be as bad as it was last year. I personally don't think so.
Well, that's a
Um,
yeah. I hear you. I like our new defensive coordinator. I like what he brings to the table. I like his style of coaching. It's everything that we hadn't had in a while. This
and
guy
that's
is aggressive, gets after you, no nonsense. He's
I think
multiple,
I was
very
gonna say
multiple.
it's something that Florida State's been missing the last couple of years. That grit.
We were bend don't break with Adam
Yeah,
Fuller, which you play a team that's as good or better than you, and they're gonna have their way. This guy's gonna get after you. Tony White will get after you.
yeah.
Look at what he did at Nebraska. I couldn't believe he left Nebraska to come to us. There must have been a reason, obviously. He must. I heard rumors that he didn't get along with Matt Rule. Um,
Mm,
but I
I
was
can see
shocked when I
that.
heard. I didn't when I knew we were shopping for a DC. He was not on my list. as potentials. So
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take
we'll
it.
take it, and if he ends up being a head coach because he did a good job for us, then I'll be happy.
Yeah,
Because I think he is like I mean, he's been passed over a couple times as a head coach, but he's good. Obviously, he still needs to get more of his type of players for this system. But I like is
but
that we might go. What's
that
that?
comes with the games of wins. Or
Yeah, absolutely.
wait, the more successful you are with the program, you'll get more people to come to the school and stuff like that.
I
So,
agree. And then the donations increase, and all of a sudden you buy better players
yep.
um, in this day and age. But yeah, that's my take on that game. I mean, listen, the Florida State media is going to start to drink the Kool Aid a little bit as the season gets closer. ACC media days are this week coming up. SEC just had their days. I was surprised by a couple of the players they're bringing to Charlotte.
Okay.
I thought they might just try to go scorched earth and bring nobody from last year,
Hmm.
so those kids wouldn't have to answer about what went wrong last year. But three of the four were on the team last year, which is
Okay.
a good thing. They're bringing Castellanos, the defense tackle Daryl Jackson, uh, Earl Little Jr.,
Yeah.
who played at Heritage,
I right down the street from where I live.
right down the street, and his dad played at Miami. And offensive lineman who was on the team last year. So we'll see. I like the new offensive line coach. I like these new coaches. Um, I wanted to be critical, and just because I was so down on Mike after last year, but um, we'll see. They got all camp. We'll see. And Bama's going to come in ready
Oh,
because
they will.
Bama has a lot to deal with after last year too. 4 losses there is like unheard of recently.
It'll be interesting to see what Milton does in the NFL.
I think so.
I don't think he doesn't have the accuracy but his potential for using his legs and create plays outside the pocket, I think is going to help him in the NFL
And
too.
there's a place for that more now in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
There
it's
was a time
changing.
a quarterback like Milrow and a short receiver like Travis Hunter could never find their way.
Nope,
Now, no problem.
it's
The
definitely
NFL's
changing.
adopted more to the college game.
Yeah, yeah, and I never thought that would have
No,
happened. So
give up a pro style offense like Baltimore did to set it up perfectly for Lamar Jackson.
I mean, he still hasn't gone to the Super Bowl yet,
I
but
know. I still am a huge fan of the guy.
me too, me too.
Yeah,
I think he's unbelievable. He's close. I think
yeah.
he's
He's
so
a special
close.
kid, special talent. Um, but yeah, what do you think, Ben? What are some of your takes on the college football stuff going into the year?
Honestly, I don't really have much expectations.
Okay.
It's gonna. I obviously week one is gonna be hit or miss. I definitely see. I'm really curious to see that Texas and Ohio State game. That's gonna be fun to watch. I think Alabama edges Florida State. Um, I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
Hey, listen,
Uh,
there's a lot of people that hope it's like that.
yeah,
No offense.
I'm
Edges.
I'm
That means
praying.
close.
Just as long as it's a good competitive game,
Yeah.
I'll be happy. Um,
I won't be happy, but I'll just say, where do we go from here?
that's true. Okay.
Because we lost the week one game last year, and I was like, man, just one of these days, just things didn't go right. We got the rest of
Everything
the
went
year.
wrong like
Yeah,
that last
everything went
year.
wrong that day. We only had 7 possessions that game. I said, it's one of those weird games, and then the rest of the year happened.
I was gonna
That's
say
why I'm never
it's
gonna read into week one or week two or whatever, especially in this landscape of college football.
no, I agree. Um, no, but yeah, I don't really have that much
Mm,
expectations. I'm I just want to see good college football. It's gonna be
me too.
fun to see. It's I'm so glad that they finally added more teams to the playoff format.
Yeah,
I just love that having more teams in the top 10, get the top 10 in there involved. I think you never know, right?
mhm.
A team could literally win and you could go to the semifinals or the finals and stuff. So it's good for us, it's good for the fans, and it's good for the schools too.
I mean, Notre Dame last year lost to Northern Illinois week two last year. If I
Yep.
told you after that game, oh, they're going to go to national title game, you would have said I was crazy.
Nobody thought they would, right?
No, no.
What were they in the standings last year? They were what, 4?
In the playoffs, they hosted a first round game in the wild, not the wild card, but they hosted a first round game. The
Okay,
first 4 teams get the bye,
okay,
and then those 8 play each other. You know,
gotcha.
they 8.
Yeah,
They hosted one of those like top 8 to 12 matchups or whatever it is.
so that's
8,
crazy. So
9, 10, 11. Yeah, something like that. I think I'm mistaking it, but they hosted Indiana in that round one. If you're one of the top 4, you don't have to play a round one game.
right, so
But the cool thing is, if you can maybe host a playoff game, which is cool.
it
And
is.
extra game, extra revenue, extra home game for those kids.
I found it exciting. I was glad to see more teams in the playoffs. So
Yeah, listen, that December usually window used to always be so quiet. A few ball games here and there,
hmm
not much going on.
now
It's
the
taken
only
away
thing,
from recruiting.
yeah, I was gonna say it sucks for recruiting, but another thing it does suck that like some of these players that are entering the draft kind of opt out.
They
That's the
have to
only
figure
thing
out that with the portal.
they got to. I just feel like there's just too much involved for the schools, right? And
Oh, absolutely.
for you to like, you know, not play a game because you rather work for the draft. It's
Yeah,
like
the Texas lost their backup quarterback.
it's crazy,
Last year.
right?
Their third string. I don't know, but one of their quarterbacks. Yeah, so they have to figure out the portal windows and that stuff. NIL isn't great, but that can figure itself out. It's the portal stuff.
It's
It's
the
so
point.
much harder to do like a preview show of this when players are flip flopping on teams like every day.
Yeah,
Um, it used to be a lot more consistent.
yeah, I agree.
Uh,
It's. I mean, we could literally talk about that all day. Yeah,
I know. That'll be another topic, another day. But that just understand anybody watching this that it's much harder to do these preseason previews
yeah,
because of the portal now.
no, for
I'm
sure.
here for it, but it's much harder
It is. It is.
because contracts mean nothing in college right now.
No. So, what do you think about the NIL money and stuff? All these athletes getting, paid.
Okay, it got away from the original intent. The original intent was just, man, compensate a kid for textbook, for an
For
autograph here and
school,
there.
yeah,
Yeah, something like that. Make an
or the
appearance,
jersey sales, right? Because
jersey
I
sales, an appearance here and there. No problem. It was never supposed to be pay for play, where in the contract, hey, you get 50 touchdowns or whatever, you get extra money.
so
That's been taken.
it's gone out of
Of
it's gone out
course,
of hand.
it shouldn't be where Steven Spielberg decides, oh, I want the number one quarterback at USC, and I have more money than God, and I'm just going to get him there. Like Dave Portnoy said, he woke up one morning and decided, I wanted Michigan to get the number one quarterback. And him and Jeffrey Ellison's wife partnered together and got Bryce Underwood, who's going to
That's
start
crazy.
at the top. Yeah, that's not the intent of NIL. It should not be a bidding war for players. It should not be um, a kid's already at a school and you're calling them and saying, "Oh, I hear you're making $1 million there. I'll give you 5 to transfer."
And not only that, but just like the competitive edge too. Like
Right.
it takes away from that. Like
Yeah.
now, are they playing for the school? Are they playing for their teammates? Or are they playing for the NIL money?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I've heard some of the elite schools sometimes will, if a kid comes in and says, Florida State did it last year. They're in a position to do it now, where if the first thing a kid said was NIL, they would
Mhm.
tell the kid maybe go find another school.
But if
Now,
you're that good, I don't think they would tell them that.
not now. Now it's like, all right, we'll work with you. Like we got the running back from
Yeah,
the number one running back in the country last year, Usman Chroma. He looks the part. He
right.
wasn't there in the spring, and I know we're paying him a boatload. I'm sure. So we'll see, but it shouldn't be that. It's gotten away from what it was intended for. And once the courts threw up their hands when they lost the lawsuit, that was
Yeah,
it, man. It
it was
became the
over.
wild wild west.
It's over.
Yeah,
And it sucks too for the NFL teams now because a lot of these kids they don't have the pressure of going to the draft now. It's like, okay, I'm gonna stay in college.
that's
I get
fine.
paid, right?
That's fine because think about it. College football's always been a free farm system for the NFL.
Yeah.
So if they get another year of seasoning, and then they're an even better product when they get to the NFL, it's a win-win for the NFL. I'm actually, from an NIL standpoint, I'm excited. And sorry, I promised hockey. This will be my one hockey thing.
No, you're good.
Gavin McKenna going to
Yeah.
Penn State. Now I know you can help me out here more. They changed the rules where the kids who were playing where he was can go to college now.
Yeah.
But even if they change that rule and there's no NIL, he's not going to Penn State. Rumor is he's getting $700K. Um, I think that's great for the college game.
And I do think Johnny Lazarus also said it from uh uh I forgot what podcast it is. It'll come to me here.
Mm.
But he's a big New York Ranger fan, and he's like, the college game right now is better than juniors.
Oh
So
wow,
for a player to go to college, it's going to benefit him and the team that drafts him. So be for them to actually for him to do that is going to be more beneficial for him.
yeah,
So good for him, and I
he's
think
going to get some
that's
great exposure there.
yeah.
Kid's unbelievable, but that was unheard of before NIL. I don't
So
think he's there even with that rule change.
no,
Uh, so in that sense, it's benefiting. Yeah, I just think it's gotten out of hand, NIL, and hopefully with the new house settlement,
mm,
where every school has 20 million at the most to spend on
yeah,
their entire. How are they going to enforce that? That's my
oof,
question. You got
I know.
112 schools. What I'm hearing they're supposed to be doing is like make sure these NIL deals are actually real legit deals,
And
not
they got to keep a more eye on that, right?
yeah. Because the problem was
Especially
they
with
were it's quote NIL, but we're just paying you to do nothing, play ball. Now
right.
they actually have to be real deals, and they're bringing in the company the NFL uses
Okay.
because the NFL like you actually have to have legit deals too.
Yeah.
So let's hope they can get their act together there. It's better for the game.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't
I
want to
agree.
lose your best coaches to the NFL because they don't want to deal with this anymore.
No, and I think that's one of the reasons why Nick Saban left too.
That's the reason. And the
So
portal.
the portal.
Nick got sick of, besides NIL, re-recruiting his current players every year. That bothered him the most.
Yeah.
I mean, Alabama did not pay much to NIL because their attitude was, hey, you come here, you learn from Nick Saban, you get drafted.
Yeah.
And those kids like, all right, I'll take less now to get more later. That's not the case there now, but so I don't think that was the issue totally NIL. I think it was the portal.
Yeah. No.
He was
It's
sick of dealing with that.
wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um. So anything else now, Jeremy?
I can't think of anything. You got anything in your mind, Caesar?
Nope. Nope.
This was fun. Thank you.
No. This was definitely fun. So
Yeah.
we'll come back here again. One of these days when the season gets a little bit closer and
Yeah.
talk about um, maybe right before week one and
Let's
get a
do it.
little bit and maybe get some content for us here and get to know a little bit more about the roster for Florida State.
We can do that. That's for sure. But thank you so much for having me here, man.
No problem. And thanks to everybody who listened in on X and on YouTube. Thanks. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to the Rock and Knowles and the Big C show.
Hey, tell people you're working on the Twitter thing.
And I'm working on the Twitter. Yes.
Yes.
Right now, I for some reason it's not letting me connect on StreamYard 2X. It's having a connection issue, so I'm trying to resolve that as soon as I can. I'll definitely be able to log in or be able to stream live on X because I know all my followers are on there. And but yeah, if you can't see me on X, definitely like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. That's where you'll be able to find me. And like I said, like I always say, one shift at a time, one period at a time, one game at a time. Let's go.
Boom. Take care, everyone.